friends, I wish I had better news. I have a pile of inventory here. All of this stuff is photographed and listed. Twice a year I go through every single bin I have and I make sure it's listed. I check comps. I decide if it needs to be relisted. I end listings. I donate things. So that's what I'm doing right now. My bins start at 1 and they currently go up to number 70. It's like 79. I think I'm almost up to 80 bins. So not even halfway there, almost. Updates with Poshmark. I'm not even joking. I don't want to be the Poshmark news person. I definitely don't want to be the Poshmark bad news person. Like, I don't want to be known as the reseller that pops up for you that gives you the Poshmark bad news. I wish it was good news, but I'm going to tell you what's going on with my account and then some things that some of you have shared with me. While I show you inventory, I always say I'm going to show you inventory. I am going to show you while we talk about it. Don't forget to subscribe, friends. I am here multiple times a week. YouTube shows me on the back end that 50% of you, and that's not an exaggeration, it literally shows me, it says 50% watch the entire video and don't subscribe. Why not? Check if you're subscribed. I am here multiple times a week. It's free. I also have a newsletter that's free to join and I send you a free ebook. It's always linked in the description. I'll put it in the comments. If you don't want to be on my weekly newsletter, you can unsubscribe whenever you want. I only email you once a week about like some of the stuff I'm going to talk about in this video. I actually talked about in my newsletter last week. So they kind of get like most up-to-date stuff, but I'm also going to talk about what's been going on with my account. So all of that is down below. I don't know if I'm saying this brand right. Vigoss? V-I-G-O-S-S. I got this in my Stitch Fix palette. I didn't know this brand retailed for so much. These are sold out online. They're a size 32 and they're the Royce like straight leg. It has a very long name. Straight leg something. These have been listed for less than 6 months, but the sell-through rate on these jeans, it's not that great. It's like 15% the day I'm filming this video. So, you know, sell-through rate can change. These are sold out. They retailed for like $90. It was like $92. It was a weird price. I remember thinking 92? It was either 92 or 82. So I don't know, I'll keep you posted. Those might be listed a while. I will say that Stitch Fix palette was one of my least favorite palettes I've ever purchased. Super saturated stuff. Almost everything in there had a horrible sell-through rate. I would not buy that again, just being honest. I think the people who probably did the best with Stitch Fix stuff were live sellers. I remember they were like, I saw so many, like I had to see at least 50 people selling Stitch Fix stuff and they seem to do pretty good with it, but like as far as listing it, 10 out of 10, do not recommend. One of my least favorite palettes I've purchased in a very long time. This is a new brand to me, Oak and Fort, and it's new with the tags. I actually found this at the Goodwill outlet and I just listed these not too long ago, maybe 4 months ago. So we'll see how those do. So if you haven't seen my most recent Poshmark video, I'm like 99% sure I'm shadow banned, meaning I'm doing activities on Poshmark, but it's not visible to anyone. So in the last video, I told you that I emailed Poshmark and said, hey, I cannot comment on my listings because people are asking me questions about certain things, like they'll ask for a measurement or they'll ask, has this been dry cleaned? And I will respond to them and my comment just disappears. Like you refresh the page, I post it, right? I post my comment, it's there. Then you refresh the page and my comment is gone. I thought this had just been going on for like a week. I go back and look at old listings that I know I commented on months ago. All of my comments are gone. Some of you gave me the tip to bundle the item and then comment in the bundle. I did that. I posted my comment. It was there. And then I refreshed it and poof, it was gone. Since that last video, emailed Poshmark twice. It has been 7 days. I have heard nothing. I emailed Poshmark support, nothing. 7 days, twice, nothing. I sent them, and it's very detailed emails. I put the listings that I knew I commented on. I put the dates I put the comments on. I said even when I bundle items, my comments disappear. I told them also when I like items, it'll show that I liked it, and then you refresh the page and it's gone. So this is like the definition of shadow banning. A lot of you are like, what is shadow banning? It can come in different forms, but basically it's you are doing activities, and there's shadow banning on different platforms. But as far as I'm concerned, like in regards to Poshmark, it's when you're doing certain activities, and sometimes for you, it'll show you that you're doing the activity, but to other people on the app, it's like you don't exist. But like in my case, it's actually showing me, no, you don't exist. You post it, you refresh, it's gone. So one of you actually told me that you had the same issue for almost a year. And thank you for sharing this, because I wouldn't even have thought to do this. And she said that she had to actually comment on one of their posts on Instagram, and then they DM'd her, and then it was fixed. So maybe that's what I have to do, because Poshmark support, I could be wrong. Maybe this is a fluke, but I feel like I'm being ignored. Usually when I email Poshmark support, especially like about an order with a customer, they respond to me very quickly, like within 12 to 24 hours. But this is the first time in 6 years of selling there that they've just completely ignored me. So maybe this is like a known issue, but it would be nice if they would at least respond and tell me that. Let me check my email right now, because maybe as I'm saying this, they've emailed me, but I checked this morning, friends, and I have not heard a peep from them. You know what I did here? They gave me like an incentive to go live. Yeah, they haven't responded, because I see my sent email. They sent me an incentive to go live. It was live. It was like, this is what it says. We miss seeing you host Posh shows. Hey, Nikki, host another live show in the next 7 days to unlock a special incentive. I just went live like 4 days ago. It says the special incentive, enjoy free shipping for the first buyer's purchase during your show. That's pretty cool. Go live between 4 and 5 this week, and we'll feature your show on the All Posh Shows page to attract more shoppers. It always makes me wonder when they do these incentives to go on the app during this time. I wonder if they're incentivizing people to go live between 4 and 5 because it's usually a slow time, or are they incentivizing us to go live because it's a busy time and they want to try to get as many sales as possible to make the 20%. I don't know. If any of you have any insider knowledge, let me know. This is interesting. It said, sorry, just reading. It says, when you host another live show, sellers on average see a 60% increase in closet sales. I feel like that's true, because every time I do a live show, after the live show, I end up getting quite a few sales in my closet. And what's interesting is it's not even people that shopped with me in the live sale. So it's frustrating, friends, because I told you the thing that's most frustrating about this is that it appears as if I'm giving poor customer service. I get questions, I don't want to say daily, but I get questions weekly on my listings from potential buyers that are saying, can you give me a sleeve measurement, or has this been dry cleaned, and it just looks like I'm not responding. And this has been going on for months. And you know what's funny? A couple of months ago, some snarky person commented on my YouTube and was like, I went and looked at your Poshmark closet and you don't even respond to customers. You're like one of those scammy resellers because you don't respond to people. I'm like, first of all, ma'am, I don't think I'm a scammer because I don't respond to customers. But then I was like, what is she talking about? I respond to almost all questions. It may take me a couple days. And I should have known, like, to go look at my stuff then, because it's probably been going on, it has been going on for months. But I thought that was such a strange thing to comment. Like, how does that make me a scammer? Because I'm not, anyways, it's been going on for months. So I think what I'm going to have to do, if you don't follow Poshmark on their Instagram, they're very live on their Instagram. I'm going to have to comment on one of their posts to see if that helps. I hate doing that to businesses, but sometimes that's what you have to do. You know who I had to do this to? I don't know if you all have an Orange Theory Fitness near you. It is a chain gym, like specialty gym where you do like circuit training. And it was this was a long time ago, like 9 years ago. And it was expensive then. It was like close to $200. But they had this introductory, like, you know how they like try to get you in with a little carrot? It was like 1 month is $50, and then after that it's like $100 a month. And I was like, all right, fine. So I did it for 2 months, and then I wanted to cancel. They continued to charge me for 2 months. They ignored me. I wasn't even going to the gym anymore. So I was like, I should go there to do it, but I had moved away. So I had to go to their Facebook, like find their Facebook page for them to respond to me and refund me the money and cancel the membership. So I hate when you have to do that, but I need to do that because I sell quite a bit on Poshmark and I would like to be able to respond to customers. This is not something I just want to let go. So also, one of you DM'd me, more Poshmark bans happening. One of you DM'd me that you were suspended. I didn't know this was a thing. I've never really done this, but she said if you're tagging people in comments or using generic like check out my closet messages, Poshmark's new spam detection might flag your listings. And they've clarified that promo style comments can result in removal or suspension of your listings. And she was suspended for 3 days because she said what she would do is she would go to people's Meet the Posher listing. There's a listing that you can create, you don't have to, in your closet, where you basically talk about yourself. You can upload photos of yourself or clothing or whatever you want. You talk about what you sell. And so she was going to like 100 of those a day and commenting like, hey, I'm having a bundle sale. And she got suspended for 3 days. And that's the email that Poshmark said, that like they have a spam detector now that does not like that. They said instead, use your profile bio for promo info. You can do styled bundle listing covers. I've seen that where people will have a listing that is like bundle 3 for $25. And then they like list the, you know, the like parameters of their sale. And then it says engage in a real conversation if you comment at all. So Poshmark is really, they're just doing a lot, friends. First of all, I didn't know, I told her this. By the way, I always have to put this disclaimer. I get everyone's permission before I tell, you know, live to the internet what you have told me. She did give me permission to share this because she said she wanted everyone else to be aware of it. I did know that people do that, actually. If you go and look at my Meet the Posher, I probably have like 50 people that have said like, hey, I shared your stuff, come share my stuff, or come check out my closet. I just didn't know people were like, I told her, I was like, I didn't know people were doing like hundreds. But she said it really boosts her sales. Like whenever she takes the time to do that, she gets like 20 to 30 sales in a day. So, hey, if you got the time, well, now don't do it because now she's suspended. And the thing is, she said the email from Poshmark was very vague. Like it didn't say you can do 20 a day. It didn't say, you know, do 50. It just said what you're doing is too much. And she basically said she would do like 100 a day on the weekends. And it would like boost her sales to like 20, 30 sales every day, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I was going to say maybe just try and do like 10, but I say don't do any of it because it's not worth getting your account suspended. But you could do like they said, you know, add the style bundle listing covers. You can use your profile bio for promo, or like engage in real comments and real conversation. Something that I used to do, and I talked about this in my weekly newsletter, by the way, subscribe, because I feel like I give really good tips weekly. It's linked down below, and you get a free ebook. But I used to create like bundles for people, and then I would comment like, I haven't done this in years, but I would comment like, you know, buy 2 for $50 in my closet or something like that. And that was actually really effective. I don't remember the actual steps on how I did it because it's been like some years, probably like 3 years since I've done this, but I remember it being very effective at generating sales when things were slow. if I can find like, I feel like way, like when I first started selling on Poshmark, I found a blog post about it, but I don't want to post that. I was going to say, if I can find the link to describe how I did it, it's really simple. I would just create bundles, put people in the bundle and be like, hey, I'm running this sale. I never did the style, like, you know how you can start styling people? I felt like that just pissed people off. But some people say that's effective, where you can like start styling them and just add things to a bundle and it like tags them. I've had people do that to me a lot. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, there are things you can do to generate the sales, but I would say spam commenting is not the way to go. I was going to say, like I said earlier, I was going to say maybe if you do like 5 or 10, because she said it was really effective, but I just say stay away from it. I know it annoys a lot of people. I don't really care. You can do it on my post, you guys. I don't care. Just don't get your account suspended. Don't mass do it. You know what I mean? And what is a mass amount? We don't know, because Poshmark hasn't given us any clarity. So if they ever respond to me, I will let you know. But tomorrow morning, I'm going to go on their Instagram, because I think they should have responded to me by now. So when you email them, Posh support, it will send like an auto reply saying, we'll get back to you. What does it say? It's like either 24 or 48 hours, but it's been a full 7 days and I've heard nothing, and I've emailed them twice. So what's this saying? The squeaky wheel gets the oil. I always forget this. I think that's the saying. So I'm going to be the squeaky wheel and go on their Instagram. I showed you no inventory. Let me show you some of this stuff. Just talking about Poshmark. I just listed this Chloe skirt like 2 months ago. This is vintage. It is like a tweed material. I don't know if it's coming up on camera, but it's a really pretty pale pink and purple. I don't think I need to relist that or do anything with that, because I literally just listed it. This Hurley 2-piece set, I can't believe this hasn't sold. I've had this for a long time now. I've had this for almost 2 years and it hasn't sold. It's new with the tags. It doesn't have the retail price, but it comes with a hat and a scarf, so I might relist that one. I'll have to look these up. This is why I do inventory. I'm 99% sure these Skims shorts are not listed. These are Skims. They're called like the Skims Sleep Short. They're a size extra large. They're new with the tags. These are sold out online. I'm fairly certain these are not listed anymore, because I just went through all my Skims inventory. This is why I do inventory, friends. Fairly certain this isn't listed either. This is a Skims top. It's got like, I don't know if you can see, like a cutout detail in the front with this lattice work. I don't know what you call this. If this was like a whole collection they did, this is new with the tag, size 4X. So I've got to figure out what happened with that listing. This is, oh, I just bought this in a Come Thrift With Me video. Where were we? We're out of town. This is Max Studio, and it is a size 1X, plus size floral print. I tend to only pick this up, Max Studio, if it's new, like recent, like within the last 3 years, or if it's plus size. I'm hoping to flip this for like 20, 25 bucks. Max Studio sold at like Nordstrom Rack, a couple other retailers. This Athleta dress I just listed not too long ago, and this one is from the Goodwill outlet. It's really pretty, my favorite color, purple, really stretchy. I think this bin is mostly stuff that's like more recently listed, other than the Hurley. The Hurley set I've had for a while, which I'm surprised hasn't sold. Some of the stuff that has been sitting for a while, I pull out and I just take the listings down and I sell it on consignment. Not even on consignment. I take it to the thrift stores that I sell at locally, and I'll just have them pay me out in cash. That way, this is why I love diversifying and selling all of the ways, friends, because I can take something that I've had listed for 2 years, take it to my thrift store. If you don't know, I did a whole video on it. Now I meet every other week with this thrift store, with the owner, and they buy from me directly. Like, it's not a consignment, it's not like a Crossroads, it's the owner and I'm meeting, and they pay me out in cash every other week. And sometimes I will take them stuff like this that's just not moving for me that they can move in store, and they love it.